Hey guys, thank you for checking out Bucked Up. Just before we start, I would love if you'd hit the subscribe button, like, share the video. We have new episodes coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And starting in the new year, check out Wrapped Up exclusively on Vivo. This episode is sponsored by Exotic Roots Hydro, which I have to give a huge shout out to. They are a huge supporter of the podcast, and I'm really happy to be working with them. If you're ever in Rochester, New York, and you need to learn about any of your hydroponic needs, go to their shop. You can follow them at Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. Shout out their whole team. They have an amazing venue space. They're going to be putting on tons of events. Just make sure to follow Exotic Roots Hydro on Instagram. And if you're ever in Rochester, definitely stop by. Let's get back into it.
It was at
I'm
this
not gonna
moment
lie.
that he
I think
knew.
you probably on your track with Dark Road. That's probably the hardest Dark Road track. You killed that shit for real. I played that back for him like 4 times, but that was like
To my futz, right?
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite tracks like ever. I love both. You killed that, but he fucking
he definitely stole the
he
show.
did
I
his
ain't gonna
thing on
hold you.
that one.
But I ain't gonna lie, like I'm happy I was able to get him to be able to bring his A game because I done had features before where people don't really go all in like that. You know what I mean? So for him to go in, and I said specifically like he could check the messages and all that, man. Free Dark Low. But I said, yo, bring the crook out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure you bring the crook out. So
And you killed that too. That's why that wasn't the first time I had heard you, but that was like, I mean, that track's on like daily rotation. That's when I really started getting into your music. And then with Deuce and everything, when I met him and we were talking about that, I'm happy we finally get to sit down
likewise.
in Buffalo. I thought you were a Buffalo rapper.
Yeah, everybody gets that confused because like I'm from around this area. Like I did songs with Benny and Conway and El Camino and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So they'll just automatically put me in the Buffalo catalog.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm always saying Niagara Falls or Dirty Waters in my music so much. Cause it's like, yo, I just be having to remind people sometimes. Like people think I was from Rochester.
Yeah, because you do a lot of the shit with like Trust and shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Rashid Chappelle is just
Oh yeah. That's the bro.
Yeah. I was just talking to him in New York because he just released that album with XP.
Yeah, the RX joint.
Yeah. The papers, though, no one in the everyone smokes blunts. I know we were talking about this before the podcast, but like, it's very rare to meet someone who like the focusing on your health and shit. That's why I cut it out. Is like taking care of my lungs. Like I got bad asthma and shit. Like
you're gonna be out here smoking. You know what I mean? People still be trying to be athletic and physical and stuff like that. You're gonna be short-winded.
For real. I run. I don't look like I run, but I do. And like when I started running, I would smoke a backwood and then go for a run and then smoke another backwood. And that shit where you'd be just like coughing up black, like
you wow.
So that was real. But now it's a joint. So when I was first given your pack, I was like, oh shit, these papers are dope. The piffers.
Vegan hemp wrap paper,
Yeah.
It's good.
And you were talking about the like packaging and the promotion. You're like your brand kills it with that too.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like during the pandemic, I like picked up a business sense even more. Like it was like a now or never thing for me. Like I wasn't working at the time. You know what I mean? I was just really rapping and living off the music, merch and stuff that I did have at the time. But it was like, yo, you got to go in with what you got, or you about to just go back to a regular 9 to 5 and trying to figure it out. And I took a chance on myself. So
were you working a 9 to 5 before all that? Like
I had a job back in 2019, like 2017 and 19. I was on drug court. So a part of drug court was you had to be employed. And like being self-employed to them, I wasn't really making enough money to really say Jamal Gasol. Like I had it as an LLC since 2015. But to say that as like my employment then, it was just not legitimate to them. You know what I mean? So
was that tough? Like having to do that and focus, like make music at the same time with all that?
I used to get in trouble at work for being on my phone a lot. So, that was definitely something I had to like deal with the fact that like I can't really be me how I want to. I'm on a structured limited time. Like I used to do interviews and shit on my breaks at work, like little interviews and stuff. I get the phone calls. I'll be at work. I got to chop out for 30 minutes and that take out of my paycheck.
Yeah, for real.
So it's like, yo, I got to figure something out where I'm not losing money trying to invest and excel in my career. Like,
damn. And then you were like, all right, I can't go back to that. We were able to stop that.
Um,
When did you or pandemic hit and that shit was
yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, after the pandemic and like I like the baseball jerseys. I bought those
Thank you for the
and
jersey, by the way. That shit's
no doubt, no doubt. I bought those and got a lot of good feedback. And I was just doing a lot of stuff like trading the supply and demand. I would just buy a sample of something and see what the people think about it before I went all in with it. And then once everybody start saying they want it, I start being accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
yeah.
I'll get to you. I could bring it to you or I could ship it to you. They messaging me. I'm messaging them, everybody that's inquiring in the comments. So once that business start picking up and I start flipping the money into more merch and seeing it excel for me, like what I got left, I still could pay the bills. So I start managing better. And shit really start picking up for me.
That's crazy. And then it makes you be able to have like longevity in the music because like you can then back off yourself.
Right. Because I write a lot of music and I write quick. I write easy. You know what I'm saying? So it don't take me long to really write a rap. So I have music stashed up for months already. And the business is new to me. So I'm putting more time into that, investing more into it on a serious tip. So I'm constantly watching videos and documentaries and looking up the details, demographics of my locations, my fans. I look into all that.
See, you wrote something the other day on Facebook, I think, about like financial literacy, like people
Oh,
not being able, like,
not being like people like that are discouraged with receiving
yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man, because I see people that like being their feelings are upset that other people aren't giving them money or like not helping them get money. Well, it's like you had money, but you just didn't know how to manage it. You was never taught how to manage it probably either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they gave us all this other bullshit to learn in school and all that, but they never taught people to prepare for the adult world as far as in finances, because
Yeah.
their parents are paying your bills, they're buying your clothes, they're buying your groceries, but they're not even explaining to you how they're making this happen. You just see them go to work and they might not even be happy with their job. You could just tell from their expression they hate their job. So it's like people don't have no understanding of money. And then when they get into like a fast money setting, they don't last long because they don't know how to manage it. They never had this type of money. They start doing things they shouldn't do, being in that lifestyle, which leads the prison system to constantly growing because there's no money management. People just was never taught or shown. Like,
Where'd you learn that? Because that's what I'm going through now. Finally being able to not have a job, like be my own shit. It's like hard to learn how to then manage your money and get like turn that around, not just be like, all right, this dude's giving me money every week. I can spend that.
I honestly, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad last year by Robert Kiyosaki, and that book was just talking about like assets and liabilities, and I already knew all about that. But that was really like a changing point in my mindset as far as like how to handle money, where I start saving more and start applying finances and different things. Like I never knew about credit. You know what I mean? I had bad credit just by doing things for other people under my name. I didn't know the real logistics of like credit and all that shit. Like, so I like I said, I read that book.
What made you want to read that?
Just finances. I wanted to get ahead. Like I was tired of like living at a certain budget and maintaining at a certain amount of money. Like, you know what I mean? Like the population where I live at is under 30,000 people. You know, rent is a little bit like 700-800 a month, and that's just for like a 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? So I know like other cities, their rent is fucking ridiculous, but like here, you don't need that much money to make it. So it's like with me settling with a short amount of money, it was like I'm settling with my life for my children, my family. You know what I mean? I'm taking back from them from seeing other things that they could experience and be able to learn and gain with me. So I wanted to learn about finances, and that was one of the recommended books that I had seen on Google.
Isn't it crazy how like with it's so easy to like put on a TV show and just like or a movie and like go, but like when you read books, like that shit change. I've read so many books that like there's a before that book and after that book change in my life, but it's hard to like force yourself to like sit down and do it. That's why I asked like what made you want to like read that book in the first place, because
I've been like working on patience too, like developing patience, because I watch videos and I listen to audio books too. But the fact to really sit down, take the time to read a book, it takes a lot of patience to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make time in your day to really do that, because you don't want to read something for a short term. You might not even have full interest when you set yourself up like that. So you go into the mindset of I'm about to read a book today. And you don't got to read it the whole day. But the fact that it keeps you into it, that's a good book. And that was definitely a good book because I read the whole thing in like a week. I was like posting little clips, like screenshots on Snapchat for my people to see, like, yo, this is just good financial advice. Like, yo, you should see this. You should take this. You know what I mean? And some ran
It
with
good
it, some
even if I'm
didn't.
not a dad?
Huh?
Even if I'm not a dad, is it a good book to read?
Oh, yes. It's not about being a father, technically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a person that makes bad decisions with money and the person that makes good decisions with money. That's all it really is. Like, it's really not about a father. Like,
It's the mentality shit.
yeah,
It's like what we're talking about with like making your own money. It is like once you focus on it, it's like you can't wait for someone to give you money. You kind of have to like make the mentality choice. You're like, no, I am going to make money. And now I'm going to try to work towards it.
exactly. It's the same with rap. Like people waiting on deals and stuff like that. Normally you have to be like generating already. Like, you know what I mean? The business is popping, booming.
Yeah.
You seeing finances before they even try to offer you something crazy for like a deal. Like it don't work like that. You know what I mean? So,
And people from the outside just don't get it. It's the same thing with comedy or podcasting. Like, I don't know, people probably see me traveling to like Buffalo or like going to Detroit and they're like, he gets to do that. That's so cool. But it's like, nah, like I'm not making a ton of money off this. Everything I am making, I'm putting back into it. And I'm in the grind. Like I'm in the eye of the storm. Like
see, they don't see the investments and the deposits you got to make. You know what I mean? They only see what you represent when you out and going places.
And then I don't know, people probably ask you, they're like, oh man, how do I do it? You know, or like, what do I do? It's like, work.
Yo, like, that ain't good enough advice to them though. It's crazy. Just work.
Yeah. Put in more work than like, you know, the person you look up to, like in close proximity, see if you can mirror their amount of work or work a little bit harder. Right. And then you meet someone that works harder than them and you mirror their work or work a little bit harder. And then you just move up the ladder. I mean? Yeah.
Nah, I definitely, that's a fact.
But it's like people don't get it sometimes, you know, like patience.
Yeah, you got to have patience with this shit. So,
yeah,
like I put that mindset into my business and in the music. So I was trying to like develop and do actual songs because I have a lot of EPs and stuff. I was getting like, I pay attention to what the fans say. People were saying I wasn't doing enough albums. I need to make longer songs. Yeah. So I took all that in consideration with my future music. So
with the okay. When did you like with the smoking the papers and the reading, like what made you make that choice of like, I want to better myself? Like I want to be the best version of myself.
I think when the pandemic came, I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared. I was going through a lot of personal shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like music was just going up and down. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going good, but I wasn't as good as I felt it should have been at that time in my life.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to get better, man, do right. And you had to be faithful and truthful to that grind of yourself for like excelling. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You can't cheat it, son. You can't cheat the grind.
No, I heard this person talk about like a diet thing. Cause it's like, I deal with like, you know, gaining weight and shit. It's like, it's not something like you get on for a month. It's like, you got to pick something that works for you forever. Like there's never an end point.
Yeah. You got to
like,
put the time in.
And that's the thing for everything. It's like, once you make that decision, you can't stop.
Yeah,
we were talking about that earlier. Like
a lot of people want quick results and shit. That's what it be, son.
But even like that. Yeah. And also like once you make that decision and you tell people you make that decision, you can't go back on it. Like I can't give up. You know what I mean? Right, you can never, even doubt, if you want to, like
just the fact that like trying to prove the doubters wrong and at yourself, believing in yourself and really seeing what you can do, like, you know what I mean? Impressing yourself, like
having like faith in yourself that you can do that shit. Yeah. What do you do to work on patience?
I smoke a lot of weed.
Like, do you meditate or anything?
I got people that tell me I should. I'm not really, I don't know. I don't like being alone too much. Yeah. I don't really like that feeling, but I could just sit somewhere and just listen to instrumentals. I listen to like different genres of music. You know what I mean? I don't listen to just rap. So I listen to other things to like change my mood, help me mellow out, watch different TV shows, documentaries. You know what I mean? I spend time with my kids just to work on patience because it's like, I'm so focused on this, but I'll be taking time away from them. So
how old are your kids?
My daughter just turned 10. My son will be 8 next month. And then I got a 3-year-old. Wow. So it's like, you know, I work on patience with that too, because it's balancing.
Yeah.
So it's
especially
like,
with the ages. Yeah.
Let that all boil up. My phone notifications are going boom. But meanwhile, while that's going on, I'm be over here with them. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I use a lot of different things to like help me balance.
And people think, I don't know, but like get in the family that you can't also work on yourself and like do your own thing, but it kind of works. Like we're learning the
Yeah,
patience that you can then use in your music or in like trying to grow your business and
yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Everybody's life is different though. You know what I mean? Some people like don't got children and shit. So, they got way more time in their hands. And I tell people that all the time. Like, if I ain't had kids, like the way people be wasting time and stuff, things would be way different with the
Well,
mindset I had.
everyone has
But
the same 24 hours. Like I don't have
right,
kids.
right.
I do hate how much because I feel like I work pretty hard, but I hate how many hours I waste. Like I need to like
Work,
everyone has the same 24 hours. If you
just
can do this shit, it's like, all
just
right, what am
manage
I
your time
doing?
better. That's all.
Yeah. And being mindful of it.
That too. That too.
Because like wasting time is so easy. But
Man.
it's
And you
so
don't
easy
get
to
it back.
just exactly. You could waste so much. Like getting out of bed. I'm really bad at getting out of bed in the morning. Like I just want to lay in bed.
I
Like
know people like that. I know people like that.
You're not like
Yeah,
that. You're
nah. My daughter's a grumpy one. I know people like that.
but once I'm up, I'm good. But like I waste so much time. Like that hour that I laid in bed, I could have done so much shit, I could
You
have
could
gone
have.
to like at the gym. I could have gone to the gym at the hotel this morning.
Oh, see, you on vacation though, man. Don't even
This
think about
isn't vacation. This is a work trip.
man. You grinding, man. As long as you on the move, you on vacation. Man, I probably wouldn't be working out either.
Yeah, but I don't. So you just went on like a little tour and
hmm
shit, and like when you're on the road, that's still your life.
Right, right, right.
So you can't like if I'm on the road all the time, then like damn, I'm be eating fast food all the time. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be working out. I'm not gonna be stretching. I'm
Now you
not
do
gonna
gotta be
like
mindful of that, like as far as like what you eat and how you go about your time.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I went to LA this summer and I went to the gym like 4 days out that week. I did go to the gym myself just because I personally wanted to.
That's what
But
you can't
you
tell
know what
me
I'm
not
saying?
to, and you're
But
doing.
I'm saying I probably would. I went 4 days out of the
Yeah.
7. So 3 days I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to the gym. Like
When you're at home, you work out every day.
I've been in the gym in like 2 months. I ain't been in the gym since like October. I've been chilling, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little guilty.
Why?
I don't know, man. I just lost my drive one day. I think I was quarantined and shit. I was in the house. My son had COVID.
Mm.
So I was in the house for like 18 days. That shit like fucked me up.
Do you get it?
Nah, I ain't catch it. But
Wow.
I was getting all the symptoms and shit
From
and
going to
came
the
back
gym every
negative.
day.
Yeah, that took my whole flow out. Took my
Yeah.
whole flow off.
That happened to me too. It's like literally like 2 months ago, I stopped like going every day, and now I'm trying to
Yeah.
get it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back one day though. I keep saying it, but I'm gonna just get up and do it one day.
You say you write a lot of music,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's easy for you to find the muse.
As far what you mean?
Like the muse, like the thing you write for, like it's not hard for you to like sit down and write. Like
Oh, as far as like the topic that come to mind on the
yeah,
beat. Oh
exactly.
yeah. It's easy, man. It's just a mood. I pick up like the vibrations, the mood of the beat. Like when I like for Oxtail, when me and Deuce linked up, he was working on Friends, and I could go with the mood. My verses, he already had the hook done. I just came in and wrote them verses on the spot, related to what he was talking about, and it was just the mood had to fit what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So
Was it hard to switch up styles to do like an album that was different from like a lot of your other shit?
it was different as far as like an acceptance thing because I was able to do it, but just not comfortable with constantly doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it was not too hard as far as like rapping like that. But trying to like keep at a certain pace on some shit, yeah, it takes some time. You got to practice this over and over and over and shit. Like,
Yeah, because you guys are very different musically, like stylistically.
yeah.
But you guys have very similar energy, like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like aside from the music, like Deuce is a good dude. You know
really
what I'm
good
saying?
dude. Really
so like
good
we got a
dude.
good chemistry, like aside from the music as well, like on
Yeah.
a personal, like one-on-one to like, homie, cool, man. I definitely fuck with Deuce. Like,
And to go on like on the road with someone, even for a little bit, like you have to fuck with them,
yeah. That's why I said I like just going down there the first time to like get to know him and see how he rock and vibe. Like, you know what I mean? He pretty cool. He ain't showing me no crazy flaws or no shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see a red flag from certain niggas. I won't come back type shit. But you know what I mean? He was pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went to New York like maybe 4 or 5 times during the whole process.
Okay. And did you make that album over the whole that EP? I mean, over that time, the whole time?
Yeah. Sometimes I think I had like interviews, but like I would just go kick it or check up on the type shit. But yeah, we did that joint like my first time going there. We did the whole tape in a week, in the weekend.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah, I did the verse for Digi Dance maybe like a week later, but everything else was done that day. I mean that weekend.
What made you come back a week later and do that?
What, Digi Dance?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know. I think because
I really struck a chord with that one.
I was trying to, I'm not a quitter. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to back down from something different. And I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to try to speed up the tempo with it. You know what I mean? I'm listening to what he's talking about. Like I said, I'm trying to make sure my verse makes sense and relate. So it took a minute to write it, but he fucked with it. That's crazy. I get a crazy response about that verse. Like, people fuck with it.
I fuck with it heavy. Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, you actually like this shit?
Are you hard on your shit?
Oh, yeah.
Overly or to a good amount?
To a good amount. I'm not too harsh because then I'll start thinking too hard. And I don't want to be just saying everything because it sounds great. You know what I mean? I ain't with all that. I like to just flow and let it be me. And
you put out a good enough amount of music. It's not like you're like holding yourself back from releasing and stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm portioning that too because like I said, I'm sitting on so much music, but it's like, yo, to just dump like that is like, it doesn't give it the value and appreciation that it really deserves. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but that's kind of like what's happening now. Do you not like the like? I don't want to say dumb mentality because that's related to like certain artists and shit. But like releasing a ton of music. Would you rather have your music be able to sit?
Yeah. My shit good. You know what I mean? I could hold out in the drought, so it ain't really something I got to worry about.
How much music are you sitting on?
I got about 50 songs in the cut.
God damn.
I'm about to drop 28 on my birthday.
When's your birthday?
December 29th.
Okay, 28?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop 28.
Are you turning 28?
31.
Oh, I wasn't sure. You should drop 31 songs then.
I'm dropping 31 that whole month. That's 28 on my birthday.
That's crazy.
31 songs.
Is it going to be an album?
Mm-hmm.
You were saying that like people were saying, do you feel like you don't release enough albums?
I personally feel like I do, like after seeing the pattern, taking into consideration what they got to say. And then I just go back and look at things like I dropped the EP this year, dropped another EP this year. I dropped a bunch of like stir the pot freestyles.
Yeah.
But that's really not like an album. You know what I mean? It's just a sequential tape I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But you only dropped maybe 12 songs this year. When you think about it, like that ain't a lot of music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To some people it is, but at a certain level in your career. But right now I'm still on the come up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of trial and error going on. So you got to see what's going on, what they fucking with, what they not fucking with, what you can make work for you and what you're not comfortable with doing.
But you were focusing on other shit. Like you were trying to have the come up in the like with the business sense. Mm-hmm. So is it hard finding the balance?
Nah, it's not, because music is so easy for me. It's way easier to just, do music, but it takes time to invest. You gotta work, you gotta save, you gotta have the time to make the money. You know what I mean? You still got to negotiate the prices. You got to reach out to the different vendors, merchants. You know what I'm saying?
When did you make the choice to be a professional? Like in your own mind, like what age were you like, all right, this is really what I'm focusing
on? I'd probably say when I was 25. I told myself at 25, when I was younger, I said, if I don't make it in rap by 25, I was going to stop. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I still ain't make it yet in my eyes. But like, I'm still working. I'm getting further than I was. But when I got to 25, everything changed. Like the views start coming in, the fans.
What do you think changed about it?
I can't explain, bro. I think you know what it was. I think it was just like the recognition. It was like, okay, they finally like see that you can rap. They watching now. They really seeing the videos. This that. You know what I mean? I think 25 was really it.
You think it's also because you gave yourself that deadline?
I don't know.
Because it's like
I can't tell you.
What that show where it's like you study what's that shit that you studied like the night before a test where you put shit off till the last minute. Like I do that and then I feel like I like work well under pressure, if you give
Yeah.
yourself to 25, you're about to hit 25. You're like, shit, I got to put a lot of work in right now, or shit's
Yeah, I
not
did. I
gonna.
started investing more. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
start doing like paying more for things because I was so cheap in my career young. I wasn't trying to spend as much money. Like I had a lot of opportunities come my way where it included finances, and I was just like, nah, I'm not about to pay that much. Or I just didn't have that much money at the time.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? If I would have had a mindset then like you do have to invest into certain things correctly in order to get ahead, I'd probably be in a different position. But I'm glad I caught on young.
Yeah. So for the past 6 years, has it been like, have you had any like falters, or are you now you're on your shit, you're moving?
I mean, truthfully, the last 2 years has really been like a push. Like from 2014 to like 2018, it was just level. You know what I mean? Your name is moving up. You moving with bigger features. You collaborating with different artists. You know what I mean? Working with different graphic designers,
Yeah.
cameramen locally. You doing shows. But it's like, yo, you do that for so long. It's like, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? But once people start seeing it on a different level, like a different level, like fan base wise, as far as like other countries and other cities and states recognizing your music and blogs talking about you, it's a different feeling.
When was the first time you realized that?
Probably 2018. I dropped Jimmy Jump, and I woke up, my Twitter was booming. I didn't even think shit was that fire. Like, yo, I thought
Yeah.
it was just another average tape of mine because I feel all my music's good. It was like, yo, I do this all the time. But it was just something special about that. Like, I just dropped It Ain't Safe with Benny right around that time too. But the album came out 2 weeks later and everybody fucked with Jimmy Jump's Revenge. So it was just like,
And you didn't realize that was going to be like
as,
something different when you made it?
nah, I didn't because I'm used to making music like that. You know what I'm saying? So just working, me and Intifada, I already had did a project year before that. So I didn't get the same reaction that I got for Jimmy Jump that I got for Burn. Like it was just like different, but it was definitely a step up.
Do you still feel that now? Like, can you tell when a song is different or a project is different? Or is it just kind of like you wait to see what catches in the wind?
I say it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. Cause I got songs that I know hit in the cut. Like I know they're gonna fuck with this. Like I know it's gonna hit, but I hold it off and I might give them some shit where it's like, let's see what they're gonna do.
Well, that's the reason I ask, is because you're sitting on so much music. It's like, do you like it? Does it like if you make a good song tomorrow, you have to sit on it, or you release it immediately?
It depends on my mood. It depends on my mood. I've done that. If the joint so far, I drop it that day. I've done that.
Yeah.
Like I got a tape dropping tomorrow, and the joint is that tape's A1. I got a lot of
What's
good
it called?
Shit. The Novelty of Standards.
Okay.
Produced by my boy Bass Reeves.
So if people listening, this will already be out, so they can check that out.
It'll be out on all streaming platforms. But I'm telling you, the project good. It's gonna have videos, nice promotion. You definitely gonna see and hear about this one. I'm telling you.
And you're doing this indie, like you're fucking building that shit. Like,
yeah.
People can do. That's what I do like about this area. I know you're not Buffalo, but like the Buffalo, Rochester, I guess Niagara areas, it's like you can do it without like, I don't know, a super major city or the backing. Like it shows that if you work hard, like
you just gotta just invest your money the right way. That's all it is. And you know what I mean? Keep grinding though. Everything ain't about spending money. Sometimes it's just about time. So you gotta keep grinding, putting that time in. You know what I'm saying? Perfecting your craft.
Patience and with that shit too, because it is like that good feeling to buy a new thing. You know what I mean? But it's like I'll think about, I spent this much money. I could have spent that on like new equipment or like the travel and that shit. Because you don't really think about it in the moment, but it all adds up.
Yeah, it definitely adds up.
And then that shit has to go back into the business. And also like stores, like if you open up a business, it's going to lose money the first couple of years. Like everything you make is going to have to go back into it.
And people ain't ready for that.
Nah, and they don't realize when you're building yourself, like that you're building yourself as a business. You have to invest in, you're going to lose shit at first.
You become competition at this point, technically, when you like start your own brand. Because you're not selling another brand, you're selling your own. It like you're selling candy bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't got Twix, you got whoever you are. So it's like, now you really got to make sure your brand, put the worth behind your brand. I'm sorry.
But you said you had an LLC early. So like, why did you do that like early? You already had that mentality kind of. Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by the podcast Woody Two Shoes, hosted by comedian Thatcher Wood. Other than being a really good friend, Thatcher is one of the funniest comedians and podcasters I know. Woody Two Shoes is available on all podcast platforms. It's a comedic podcast where he interviews a different interesting person each week, and they get into a bunch of different topics. You should subscribe to his YouTube channel too. At 100 subscribers, he's giving away merch. At 500 subscribers, he's giving away a PS5. That's right. Yeah, a PS5. So make sure you go subscribe to Woody Two Shoes on YouTube and follow Thatcher on Instagram at Wood Two Shoes. 2 is in the number. Wood Two Shoes on Instagram. Let's get back into it.
I had a friend at the time, man. Well, we're still cool. I got a friend that he was telling me just giving me mad advice at the time as far as like taking my career more seriously. And he was telling me like, yo, you should get the DBA, the LLC, because you can start doing business. And then when you get shows and stuff, you can get paid and everything could be under your business name officially, opposed to just out here taking money under there. Might have IRS issues and all that later in life. So I went through LegalZoom and paid them for the amount that they overcharged me, but
They overcharge you for that.
Oh my gosh, what they charge you, I could teach you for free. You know what I mean?
Wait, like, teach me. I do need to know this shit. Are you kidding me? People need to know this shit. So how do you do it?
They give you the form, and when you go through LegalZoom, they give you the instructions on how to complete it. Like you got to have your stuff in the newspaper. You got to sign certain documents, and then you got to
have your stuff in the newspaper.
You got to have your company. You got to put your company. You got to go through the like city or I want to say state newspaper. Mine was in
You have to like buy an ad for a newspaper.
No, you got to pay for placement, and it's like $68 for 2 of them because you got to do it like twice, if I'm not mistaken. But they
how
give you.
How old school is that?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. That's my word. They didn't even go through all that because it's in the instructions to like complete having your LLC. You know what I'm saying? So certain things that you got to do, like, but all of that, you ain't even have to necessarily do all of that. I found out later on, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just precautions.
So what do you have to do?
Just get your LLC, just get the LLC form, fill it out. It's like $200 You can Google it. It's called the Articles of something.
I know I'm asking like I'm 5 years old, but I don't care because this shit's important. You know,
nah, for real.
They don't teach you this shit.
They don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can just save your time, man. Why not go about it the right way?
Yeah. So you get the forms.
Yeah, you just get the form, fill it out, send the money order in, and they'll send you back the letter, a notification that your LLC was approved. You get the certificate, and then you move forward from there. You go to the bank account, get you an account made under that. Because you got you get your social security number under that, so you can go to the bank and get a new account. All your merch, your wraps, everything, you can just get it signed all under there. So then you can claim taxes on it. You be a legit business, and then you can be able to live off the fruits of your labor.
Damn, and you learned that early, but you didn't like use it like.
Nah, because I didn't feel like I was making enough money. I wasn't really getting paid for features like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started seeing feature money. Like
how much money do you think? Like, is there how much money do you think you have to start making where it's worth it to do that stuff?
I would say once you get to like 10, that's what my accountant told me. If you ain't making 10,000, don't call me. That's what he told me the first year.
10,000 like a month?
No, a year.
A year.
If you ain't making
10,000 a month.
That's exactly what the dude told me. If you ain't making 10,000, don't call me.
A year. All right. That's actually a good number.
Yeah.
When you said 10,000 a month, I was about to shit my pants. I was like, I don't know.
But it's like, yo, $10,000. I mean, depending on where you live at, like for me, that's not a lot of money, but it's okay and will get me through a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
that's a good
yeah.
And people also don't think you can make, like, no one teaches you that you can make that amount of money off your own shit.
You can make that much money. I've done it 3 years now.
Congrats, for real.
Thank you.
But people don't teach you like that you can be your boss, make your shit, and then it can grow from that. Like they think you have to be working under somebody, and then
it's all about like self, like you said, confidence and that belief in yourself, having faith. You know what I mean? Taking that gamble. But it's also about keeping it real with yourself, because just because you can rap don't mean you're gonna be the best. Just because you can put something on a shirt don't mean it's gonna sell all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't go into the mindset of thinking if I see such and such do it and I do it, I'm gonna do the same thing. It don't work like that.
Well, what do you think it is about your brand? Because I do see like you are good at promoting your shit. Like I see your stuff more than like a lot of others rappers like brands and such. Like you're very good at promoting that and putting it out there.
I just took it from a previous lifestyle. You know what I mean? I went outside
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
I brought the merch outside for the people to see. You know what I mean? Gave
Yeah.
samples out, let people rock out, see what you think about it. I
Yeah.
wore it a few times. I given it to my mans. He rocking out with it. I'm giving it to girls, letting them wear different merch.
You're
I'm
investing in yourself because that's at a
yeah,
loss of money at
yeah,
first, but
yeah.
really not in the
I
end.
catch a lot of people like on the come up too. You know what I mean? You gotta pay attention because you know what I mean, your finances play a part. You don't want to catch everybody that's popping because they budget may be out of your budget. So I catch the ones that I know is going to eventually do something, and they
Yeah.
normally come out right. And we start young, you know what I mean? Get them right.
I feel, yeah.
Like the photo shoots and all that, like with the shorties, them girls definitely coming through and they coming up. You know what I mean? I keep a tab on them still. We all talk.
Oh,
And
that's
they doing
dope.
great, like
Yeah.
doing other photo shoots for other companies now. So you know what I'm saying? So
And you're growing that shit. That's true. Like that's kind of what I like about this podcast is I enjoy having conversations, but it'll be cool in 10 years or 5 years being like, oh shit, I had a conversation. Like, it'll be
right.
cool looking back in 5 years being like, oh shit, we were having this conversation in Buffalo 5 years ago. Who knows where it's going to be,
Right, right.
Do you see that? Like, do you have like a plan for the future with your business and shit? Like, or are you kind of right now just going with the flow?
Right now, I mean, I'm going with the flow and letting what ideas come to mind that makes sense and is in budget as far as to increase. Like next year, I want to do like the Candy Man for the little city in Mountain Lockport with my kids though. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
So
because you're doing a lot of the kid shit too.
yeah, I'm about to get into the kids merch next year, but I don't want to jump into that too fast. I just want to get that business out there first. But as that grows, I'm gonna build more merchandise. You know what I mean? It's like a supply and demand thing. Like I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket because some of that merch and stuff I done bought over time, like still sat. You know what I'm saying? And luckily things start picking up over the time because it was like I was on a losing end for a minute as far as just investing in the merch. So it definitely took.
But
you time.
you kept sticking with it. Like, where's the like? How long were you on a losing stretch before? Like, you just stuck with it? Were you gonna give up? Like, was it another one of those?
I mean, I wasn't gonna give up because I was like, I'm just gonna keep trying. But it's like I can't be right away.
Yeah,
it can't come right away. I got to save my money.
And so you're doing the candy? What's the Candyland thing?
As far as the Candyman, I was
Candyman.
gonna,
Sorry.
like back in the hood with the Candyman right around the town. You know what I mean? Got the candy for the kids, the little dollar bags, penny candy, nickel candy, all that. You know what I mean? I'm about to do that with my kids. So we about to get a minivan, ride around. You know what I mean? Go to different cities, locally around the area with the logo on the van and pop out. You know, kids can't go to the store all the time. Some kids be way in the project somewhere up the street, the corner store 5 blocks down. You know, a lot of these cities be going through shit. You know, beefs going on in hoods. You know what I mean? We could prevent all that. We just be mobile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with your kids.
Right.
That's cool that you can do that like as a family.
Right.
That's awesome. And then what do you have? So you have a bunch of shit coming. You're dropping a bunch of music coming up. You said you had an album coming out tomorrow, another one in December. So now you are just like putting a ton of stuff out.
Yeah, man. It's time.
It's time. Is it time for the push?
Oh yeah.
What gave you that? Like, what made you do that?
Patience. I've been writing all these songs and stuff has been over the years. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 years worth, like Unapologetic with Shanika, rest in peace, the blessed girl. She we did that song like 2019.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Is it weird releasing music that like going back and be like, wow, this is now finally going out when this was made at a completely different time in my life?
It's different.
Do you like that? Like, is it cool? Like, because the music is then timeless, but it's like that's a completely different person almost.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different feel because it makes you reflect on like how you was thinking or feeling at that time.
Yeah,
and sometimes it'll just take you back to it. You'll get back into that zone. Sometimes I feel.
Yeah, you think that's like a good or is it tough?
It's good because it's always to never forget where you came from. So you know what I mean? It's not like I'm still in that position, probably like most of them songs or
Yeah.
how I was feeling then. But it's just like, damn, I really came a long way. So for me, I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like something to look at as progress. It's my way of seeing how I progressed and grew over the years.
And then if you make shit now, it's different. So is it weird? Like, is that then tough? Like, oh, if I want to release something, it doesn't like fit in the
As far as that alignment of
the
music.
alignment of
Oh yeah,
music
yeah,
being
yeah.
made.
I do that all the time. Like it's songs that I recorded that didn't make the cut. You know what I'm saying? So it's always like that. You probably got a couple songs that you like, but it just ain't really fit for what you're trying to do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And will you just let those songs be lost or those?
Some of them I let be lost. Some of them I might use that verse on somebody else's beat or something. You know what I mean? It might just get whoever get a feature or something.
Is it tough making like you said you write a lot, like making new music when you're sitting on a bunch?
Not really, because I take a good break. Like I ain't been in the studio. Like that ain't even a long time ago. I was there last weekend. I was about to say,
But that still feels like I
I ain't been in the
understand.
studio in like besides last weekend, maybe like a month and a half.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I ain't really been in the studio. I've been just getting the merch together.
You just like live a little bit and then you go back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah. You gotta live. You gotta live. You
Yeah.
gotta live, man. That's how I get my biggest influence in music. You gotta live.
How do you know when you're ready to go back? It's just a feeling.
Yeah, it's a feel. It's a feel for me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody send me a beat or something. I listen to all the instrumentals that be coming through my inbox. I might not reply to everybody, but
Yeah.
I listen. You know what I mean? If you really got something I like, it might make me want to pick it up. But if some people don't really move me, you know what I mean? But like, it's a feel, man.
You like doing that? Or do you like just having a bunch of different producers, or do you like working with a single one, like
I,
you did on Oxtail and stuff?
I like both, but it depends on the producer. Like my
Mhm.
boy Keystar, me and him could do a tape together for life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My boy Kill, my boy Bass Reeves. You know what I mean? Certain producers we could always work together, like the standouts. But just like I like doing multiple projects with other producers too. Because
Yeah.
everybody don't got like a consistent heat, but they all got that one hit wonder. You know what I'm saying? And they
Yeah.
don't even know it. So I might find a connection with this producer. He sent me something fire and I gotta do this beat. Or he sent me something, I like it too. And we keep in touch now. You know what I mean? Now he's sending me more beats, but I'm still trying to catch that first beat you sent me again. I want that
Yeah.
same feeling. You know what I mean?
Well, how about do you like working like in studio with the producer then? Like, is that a different feel?
Um, it's different. It depends on the people though. It depends on the
Yeah.
people. Like when I went to Cali and did Dirty Digs with 100 Blunts of Venice, that was a fun experience in studio.
What was that like? How'd that come together with you and shout out Dirty Digs?
Yeah, yeah. We just smoked the whole weekend. We smoked 100 blunts, listening to beats the whole weekend, smoking, eating, smoking, listening to beats, smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just rapping, but smoking. We smoked the whole weekend. Like,
Out in Cali.
mm-hmm.
You ever think, do you like staying here, like staying where you're from, or do you want to go out and like live in another area or like move to another city for a little bit?
I'm undecided. I like to travel, but you know, it's no place like home. Like I'm good where I'm at personally, but I like to
Yeah.
travel. Eventually, I will leave, but I don't know when. I don't know
Where would you
when.
go?
Um, I probably go down south. I probably go down south. Probably be in like Florida,
Oh, really?
Atlanta. Yeah, maybe not Atlanta. Maybe not Atlanta. Let me take that back. But I probably go like Florida, or I go to Jersey, man. Playing X, I go down to Jersey, but that ain't fire. Like you know what I mean?
Moving to Jersey. No, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that like goes on around here. It's crazy, like the music scene, and
Oh
like you
yeah.
can get it popping just like
Yeah, you can, but it takes a long time, man. It depends on like politics and shit like that. I don't got that politics shit to do. Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of dick riding and shit.
yeah, yeah.
I just like if you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If I fuck with you, you gonna know I'll fuck with you. I ain't about to act like it. And
Yeah.
that'd be the biggest problem.
Is that is that tough then? Because it is then like a small scene. Like if that's your mentality, then it's a little because it's like a
Yeah,
smaller scene, you
it's
know?
not tough. It's
Yeah.
what would I want to say? It's repeating, so it gets aggravating. It gets you know what I
Yeah.
mean. It happens too much. I don't
I feel
know.
I don't I feel that way with comedy. Like you
Some
have
people,
to be like Like I'm not like a dick rider for that. You know what I
Yeah, to
mean?
get
Like if
that.
I find you funny, if I want to fuck with you, like I'll fuck with you, but I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna hang out at this place to like
Right, right.
hope that you see. That's like, no, you either like
Nah,
my stuff or no.
right, right. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then the people, it just becomes like kind of like a
It's
whirlpool, you know, of the
yeah, and it's
people.
starting to
Like,
just affect other people, and they start thinking and moving like that and shit. It's like, man,
no. You ever fuck with hallucinogens or anything? Mushrooms
no.
or any of that shit?
Yeah, I fuck with the shrooms. I fuck with the shrooms.
You did the project with Deuce, so that's why I had to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to do shrooms when I was down there, but I ain't want to do no shrooms the first night down there. I ain't gonna
Oh
lie.
yeah, first night. Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I'm like, I gotta do a show right now. I just got there, so I ain't about to do no shrooms before we perform type shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, I fuck with the shrooms. I just had a shroom candy bar the other night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, little mushroom joint.
When was the first time you did them?
Um, earlier this year, back in
Oh, so you just
back
got
in
on to 'em.
yeah, back in like August.
What made you do them for the first time?
I don't know. I just was hearing about like the effect it does to the mind and like how you really see different shit and the different view on things. And it was like, okay, this ain't dope. This ain't heroin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
It's natural.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
brain food. So I looked into it and different shit. People telling me about it. So I finally got some. And at first, they were telling me like put it on a sandwich or some shit, and I'm like, man, I'm not about to eat no fucking shrooms on a sandwich.
Yeah, like a PB and
Yeah,
J or
yeah.
some
I'm
shit.
like, I'm
Yeah.
about to do that. So I ate one in applesauce. I ate a shroom in like a gram in applesauce. So like I didn't really feel nothing, and if I
Oh, you
did, I
didn't feel
couldn't
nothing
tell.
off of a gram?
Nah, I don't know. If I did, I couldn't tell because I was smoking weed too.
Okay.
So then it was like 2.5 grams left. I said, fuck it. I blended it up with a smoothie from Tim Hortons. Fucking drunk the whole smoothie. Man. Man, about an hour later, yeah, I seen some shit.
What'd you see?
I seen my stove smiling and shit. Shit was different. Like like when you on the shrooms, like and
Yeah.
everything, like the paint taints up a little bit and shit.
Yeah.
Like the floor looked crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You do it by yourself?
but yeah, I mean, I did it by myself. Yeah, like, but
Damn.
yeah, like my man hit me up talking about I had a show the next day or some shit. I almost crashed. I had to park my car. I swear I was fucked up.
Damn.
But, yo,
You like them though?
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's
Yeah,
crazy because
it's
all that going on is
crazy.
I don't feel bad. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
all that's going on is I don't feel bad. Like, shit is
Yo,
crazy.
no, that shit is crazy.
I just had to get over that stomach ache, like that when your
Mm.
stomach hurt and shit. I had to
Yeah.
get over that shit. Like,
If
my
you,
man told me drink ginger ale.
ginger ale, if you soak the mushrooms in lemon juice,
Oh,
it'll take the stomach pain away too.
okay.
Because
So I
it
ain't know
goes,
that.
yeah, soak it in lemon, but it gets all mushy and gross when you soak it in lemon juice.
But you eat them raw?
Yeah, I eat them raw.
Yeah.
He see me take, yeah, you see what I literally, I don't give a fuck. I'll just eat that shit like candy.
I almost fucking threw up. I had this shit didn't blend right in the smoothie one day. This shit was still solid. So like that shit was just like going like just a bunch of it came through the straw.
You got stuck in your teeth and shit.
I almost threw up.
Yo.
Oh my gosh. Yo.
No.
Yeah.
No, I can just, you don't like green tea? It tastes like green tea.
I've had it in tea though. My man do the boil with it where it goes into the tea.
That shit's crazy because it kicks in so quick.
Yeah.
You're like, it'll be like 15 minutes later. And you know that like that first like 15 to half hour where your heart starts racing a little bit. I don't know if you get
faster.
that.
Your heart
but like
faster.
the come up is always like, it's like, you know, I have to like hold on a little bit, you know?
Oh,
I'm not good at the come up. And I've done them like literally more times than I can count. But yeah,
I just know when it's here. I could tell when it's here.
That's
like,
wild.
You know
Nah.
I swear every time when it comes, like I went to go air with my kids, and I took like a shroom candy before I went.
Yeah.
And when we got there, like the wall, like the painting just changed. Like it was like a hole in the wall. Like yeah, it's here. You know what I'm saying?
You ever trip too hard?
I think. Nah, I never had a bad trip yet. I haven't had a bad trip. I had a crazy trip, but it wasn't bad. But
what happened?
I mean, I don't know. It was just a bad night. Just know it was a
yeah,
bad
yeah.
night.
Well, shit just is going on.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I was like, this shit just wouldn't get over with. Like, I couldn't sleep.
That happened to me when I was up in Maine.
Like, I closed my eyes and was just seeing a bunch of shit. But the TV, I could still hear everything on the TV. Like the movie that's going on, I could still hear the whole movie playing. But in my eyes, I'm seeing a bunch of crazy shit.
Damn. That was less than a year. That's crazy that you did it like so late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
like,
caught on late. I wasn't really messing with that shit. Like,
yeah. I've only done acid once. I
did some shit like some salvia like back in the day.
never did that.
Yeah.
I always ask everyone if they've done DMT.
Oh, you know, my boy was telling me about that years ago.
That shit's crazy.
I've heard crazy stories about DMT. So I be wondering, like, you know what I mean? Damn, that shit real.
It is real. It is real. Mean? It's what made me start this podcast and shit. Like the thing that like flipped the switch in my brain that I had to like be a professional and take this shit seriously.
See, it's brain food.
Was after a DMT trip. Yeah.
It's brain food.
Would you ever do it?
I ain't gonna lie, I would try it. I would try DMT.
What did your friend tell you it was like?
As far as the DMT?
Yeah.
He told me he talked to God and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He told me he talked to God.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Like, what?
Yeah.
He said, he said God spoke to him.
Are you spiritual at all?
I would say, yeah, I'm spiritual.
Having the faith in yourself and shit.
Yeah.
Because people can take that, you know, just being like having faith in yourself.
Or being like, lucky and all of that.
Or actually having like faith in yourself, you know, like really believing in yourself. And I feel like that's where my like spirituality comes in.
Me too.
You know, because you have to. Yeah, who else is going to?
You know what I mean? Who will? You got to be confident in yourself. Like, you know what I mean? And have that good faith and belief in yourself. Because it's a will, man. It makes a way.
Yeah. Because it's like the mushrooms. Like, I don't know. You get those voices, like that voice, you know, the voice in your head starts getting louder. And then you're almost like, where's that coming from? But it is inside yourself. Yeah.
It's a mind game. But it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like a lot of honesty and shit comes out of that, psychedelics.
Yeah, like a mushroom trip.
Like perspective.
Because if I'm ever like having like the bad trip or not being able to go to sleep, I know it's because I'm not dealing with something I should probably just deal with. You know? Yeah. I don't know if you feel that way, but like with mushrooms, like you said you haven't had a bad trip, but like if I start going down a path in a mushroom trip where my mentality's like, you know, going down, I realize it's usually just something that like I don't want to deal with.
Yeah. It's avoidance. But I've had moments during the trip where certain things occurred and like my mind was just like, damn, I need to get that together. I need to do this. I need to, you know what I mean? And I've made an adjustment with that. Like there's things that I didn't forget, like definitely appreciate who you have and what you have was something I appreciate on my trip. You know what I'm saying? Like the family and friends that you do have, because some people are taken for granted. Some people take you for granted, but you know who really there for you and who not. You know what I'm saying? So like, just appreciate that.
Are you an anxious? Like, do you have anxiety at all or not?
I think I personally do, but I don't know. But I think I do because I've always been like, you know, real jittery and shit. Like I remember how I got bit by a dog. And like that just made me like peel my skin and my fingers and shit at a point. I was like maybe 11. Dog had bit a hot dog out of my hand, but he nicked my finger with his tooth. So when it scraped, you know what I'm saying, I had a scab. Yeah. And like I would always like pick at it and shit. And it eventually led to like my other hand doing that. But like I'd probably say like smoking is what helps my anxiety the most though. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me real calm and I can be able to get mellow and through the day. Yeah.
And I feel like weeds like that kind of the same thing with mushrooms, where it's like if I start getting like, not if I'm too high, but if I'm like, oh God, it's like I just have to think about what I need to make a change on. You know, like weed will show me like I am an anxious person, but it shows me like what I need to work on to get the anxiety gone. Yeah. Like what the next step is. I don't know. Do you feel like with mushrooms, like weed kind of get like, when you get not too high, but when you're like overthinking.
Oh, when you're I overthink sober. So, you know what I'm saying? The fact that like overthinking, the pressure that it puts on you and shit like that. Sometimes you just got to sit back and relax, man. Sometimes like we're our own biggest critic already. So that applies in just life overall. Like you hear. You gotta appreciate that itself. You know what I mean? Some people ain't here to even have that thought.
I'm bad in silence.
You
Like
bad in silence. What
yeah,
you
like
mean?
listening back to these podcasts, I'm like, God damn it, I can't let someone I can't let like a second sit. Like I'm like, what's the next thing I'm gonna say? Like what the
Oh,
fuck? Like oh, do they not like the conversation? Like what's happening?
nah,
Like
you
am
carry a
I?
conversation though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If that's the case, because I'm about to say you definitely carry one. I know how to carry a conversation too. Just if this conversation gotta be good. We having a good conversation right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But listening back, it's hard to listen back to a conversation because then like I'm super nitpicky about like I can hear the anxiety. Like I can hear I'm an anxious person.
yeah, I can see it.
You know what I
I can
mean?
see it.
It's just like, and that's why I like comedy. I don't know. It's because I'm calm on stage. I can like everything's down to like I can get on stage and just
You
for
can just
whatever
express
amount of
yourself.
time.
See, that's what I like about music. Music helps me express myself. You know what I'm saying? I could be more free and move, and even on the physical expression of how I'm feeling and shit. Like,
Yeah, because it's like all about that short chunk of time.
mm-hmm.
Like whether it be the song or like the joke, it's like, can I control that amount of time?
Right. It's like with certain bars and shit, you know, maintaining the listener's view, like with a verse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like the first 40 seconds, I got them, you know what I mean, stuck on the
yeah,
joint. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because I don't feel like I have control over like that's why I like the anxiety. Like I don't feel like I have control over a lot of shit. But when I'm on stage, I like it's like forced control. It's like for that time is mine.
What do you focus on making sure that that's in order as far as like going on stage and everything together?
Yeah.
That's probably why. Because
Yeah.
you train yourself to go on stage and be fully focused and devoted. In your average day life, you don't really probably train yourself to be fully focused and devoted on talking to people because you got a sense of humor, you got a personality to you already that's freelancing on its own. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
don't got no real structure to that except being who you are. So
It's tough because then you want to like make the jump. Like it's the patience. Like I don't have patience to be like, all right, what am I gonna do? Small steps to like make myself more calm. Like I meditate. I try to meditate a lot and that helps, but then like I don't wake up early at the hotel. Like I consider myself like, oh, I'm on vacation. So why would I wake up and meditate? But really that shit would help me in the long run.
I mean, how you feel about life? Do you take everything serious?
I take everything serious, but I don't take anything serious.
You
Like,
don't take anything
yeah, like
serious.
I take my path serious and I take like people's feelings and shit serious, but I don't take like,
What about yourself?
do I take myself serious?
Yeah.
That's a good ass question.
That's something to think about for real, man.
Yeah, I do take myself
That's
serious.
something to think about for real.
I take myself serious, but I don't like, it's like a mushroom trip. Damn, you got me thinking about this. Cause I do like I wouldn't work as hard as I do or put as much time and effort into shit if I didn't believe in myself. Like if
Right,
I
right.
didn't have faith in myself. But also I fucking hate myself.
Why?
Like in the back of my head, there's just a constant radio of just mean shit
Why you
and
hate
self
yourself though?
hatred.
You can't hate yourself.
I can't, but like it's
Why?
true.
You
I
know what
don't
I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, it's
I mean, you probably got your own thing going on in your personal life and all that
like
shit. You know
yeah,
what I'm
because
saying?
I want to be
But
like, oh, it was the way I was raised, but I can't put that shit on that. I can't blame the
yeah, yeah,
past. Like
yeah. See, at least you
it's
got accountability.
yeah,
But you know, I just said like, you know, like making adjustments and shit, like for acceptance to other people, that should be leading to depression. You know, you may be going through something on a personal level, but it's still to a standard of somebody around you or others that you have to complete, and you may feel that you're not there. But eventually, if you keep working and grinding, you could be whatever you want to be. Like that's proven fact. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So even as far as like whatever you got on your mind, you can make that adjustment over time. That's why I said patience was such like a challenge for me because I was so used to trying to make everything happen overnight or like wanting that quick success, you know what I mean, short terms and shit. But you got to really put some time into it.
yeah. But I don't know if, but it's like people will like tell you like, oh shit, it's cool what you got going on, or like you got, and it's like, yeah, but I'm not happy with what I got going on. Like I'm like
then you gotta do better. You got
Yeah.
what you got to do what it takes for you to be happy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
That's a hard thing to find.
It is, but you gotta like expand yourself. Like as I said, I'm 30, but I tried shrooms this year,
Yeah.
and it was just like on a different perspective. My creativity I felt was lacking in certain areas where it's like, okay, I want to try something different. Let me see, like, does this shit really help? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It was like watching that the Limitless movie. I wanted to see,
Yeah.
wanted to see if it really worked, and different results came from it. But I went in there with that mindset of wanting change, mindset of wanting improvement, and I like seek those things, and you can do that too. You know what I'm saying?
Have you always had that like mentality?
No, I hadn't, but my mom would always tell me to do my research. And every time something would happen, she always say, do your research. So I start doing the research, trying to figure out how I can get to what I want to do and who I could talk to or what do I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I start looking up a lot of things myself. And that's what I was doing with my time.
Yeah. Damn. You blew my mind in this conversation because I'm really thinking about it now. And it's like, I kind of know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know what I need to do and I know what I've been like fucking up. I'm not good at like saying no, like, no, like once shit gets, I don't know if you have this problem, but like when stuff starts really happening, it's hard to say no.
Yeah.
So you like like stretch yourself.
I mean, I've had a hard time with saying no. You know, I mean, I don't like saying no either. I can admit that.
Yeah.
But it is people that I will have to say no just for my own peace. You know what I mean? My own safety, my own finances, and other things I got going on. I can't go dip into my pot and do something for you. And I got something big coming up for me where I got everything already together. Yeah. It's taken away from me. And it's not even being selfish, but I have to get ahead because this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you don't care. Like, it's that thing where it's like, you don't ass kiss and stuff. It's like, you don't really care if that type of person hates you. You know, it doesn't like you after that.
No,
you know?
no, because that just shows me who they are. We got a different understanding because I'm a considerate person. I would take what you got going on into consideration as a friend, family member, loved one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Out of respect for yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to care about yourself. So if you got to do what you got to do for yourself as a friend and you explaining that to me, I would respect that way more than you just going about it without saying anything to me or just, you know, changing or moving a different way.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Communication.
Yeah. If you're just honest with that shit, that's true.
Right.
But I think, you know, the anxiety and the like self-hatred I have, I like assume everyone else has that voice too. So I feel like if I say no, they're going to be as pissed off as like, I've worked on myself, but I don't think other people do, you know?
And as long as you're working on yourself, that's good.
Because I don't take shit personally anymore. That was like a big thing. That was like probably the biggest thing I like worked on. I used to take shit personally. I don't take anything, for agreements type shit. Like I don't take anything personally. I don't take shit to heart if it doesn't work out. You know,
I went through a phase like that too, having to accept that. You know what I mean? But just like I said, out of consideration for what they already got going on or who was around at the time, or you know what I mean? You got to take all that in mind because you live in your life too, just like they live in theirs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get stuck on that like everyone's on the same journey, so they all understand. Yeah. But when everyone's going through their own shit, dealing with their own shit.
But everybody don't understand. I was about to say, everybody going through the journey, but everybody don't understand.
Nah, because they're too worried about their own shit to like
I don't understand some of the dumb shit people be going through. You know what I mean? But to them, it may be something they struggling with going through. So I got to take in consideration what they got going on and how they handle it. We not the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How you think and how I think can be two different mindsets. And I can't get you to think how I am all the time and vice versa.
It's like the worst thing to happen to a person is the worst thing to happen to that person.
Right.
And everyone's on a different scale, you know? Damn. You left me with a lot to think about with this, for real.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff I be like doing in my free time, man. Like I said, rap is so easy for me, man. You know what I mean? I speak about just past experiences, like reality, you know what I'm saying? And things that's going on in the world, you know what I mean? Like relating to the people.
If it's easy, is it then tough? Like, do you not like the other side of it? The like you just want to rap, or do you?
I want to rap. I want to do merch. I want to be an entrepreneur as far as like pushing the brand.
You like that side of it?
Yeah, I like that side of it more. You know what I mean? Because I don't got people under me. Like I don't got workers. You know what I'm saying? I got connections. I got other vendors and companies I'm working with. So that's my team.
Yeah. But you're the backbone. You gotta do it yourself.
But I'm doing it all.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. For real. I really appreciate this.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you having me.
No, of course. You got the album. So the album coming out tomorrow, but when people listen, it'll already be out.
Yeah. It'll be on all streaming platforms by then. I have physical copies too. But everything will be ready by Black Friday for sure.
Oh, and then you're dropping another album at the end of December.
Yeah. I ain't gonna announce the title, none of that one.
You got a lot of music coming.
So I got mad music coming.
You excited about it or are you nervous?
Oh, no. I'm ready for it. I got videos, promotion, a cover art, all that ready, man. It's just, just open the drawer, pull it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like stacking your shit up and you just know you got the best shit.
How long have you been sitting on this album that's releasing tomorrow?
Since like March, April.
But it wasn't the oldest one that you had. What made you want to release this one?
The one on my birthday?
No, the one.
Oxtail?
No, the one tomorrow.
Oh,
what's the name of it?
No, tomorrow is the video dropping for
the
album.
video. Oh, so no, there's not. I thought you were saying you were dropping a project tomorrow.
I had to confuse what you said, but I just
no, I'm happy you said that. All right, cool. So you have video dropping tomorrow.
Yeah, that's gonna be announced in the album.
For the album.
Yes,
but
it drops Friday. The drops
okay.
Friday.
That Friday. Makes more sense. That's awesome then.
Yeah, last year I dropped Ghost of Fritz on Black Friday. So I'm dropping this project, The Novelty of Standards, on Black Friday.
I can't wait to hear that.
It's going to be fire, man.
Yeah.
This video going to be crazy.
Yeah. Who shot it?
My boy, Justin Gilmore. He go by Matthew Sinclair, though, but it's my boy from kids, maybe like family.
Really? That's dope that you can work together still and do that. I'm going to have to check it out.
Oh yeah, it's worth it.
You have it. We'll watch it. Can I watch it after?
I can't leak it. You gotta get that cinematic film.
All right, cool. I understand.
You know what I mean? We're gonna do the red carpet and all that.
Oh yeah,
I'm just playing.
Put it up in a movie theater. Thank you. Where can people find your shit?
You can go to my website at jamalgasol.com. My official website, all the music, merchandise. I'm on all streaming platforms, Jamal Gasol, Instagram, Twitter, who is Jamal Gasol. I don't know, man. Google me. It's everywhere, man. Jamal Gasol, man.
Thank you so much. I fucked that one up real bad. And it's on camera forever. Did you see that? People are going to have to catch that on camera. Me fucking that one up.
Yeah, I'm like...
it was fucked up. Anyway, I'll edit that shit out there. I don't edit any of this shit out. Peace, everyone.